Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the analysis of YOLENO TV. I hope you well from wherever you're watching this channel. Habeas corpus. Now, habeas corpus requires that a detaining authority to bring the prisoner before a judge so that the court can determine if the detention is lawful.
Rudisha kijana yangu. Ruto, rudisha kijana yangu. Askari yako ndio ameshika mtoto yangu. Askari yako ndio ameshika mtoto yangu. Nirudishie mtoto yangu. Nirudishie tafadhali Ruto.
Now this is what was issued to IG KANJA to produce AZIZ Molu. AZIZ Duba Molu, who was allegedly abducted on the 23rd June 2026. We say abducted because that is exactly what happened. If at all it was an arrest, it could have been done in a proper way. A police identifies himself, a warrant of arrest and the like, and then you're taken in a particular police station, and everybody knows that that is where you are. But this comes a situation whereby this person was in a car. Their car was intercepted. He was removed and onto another car, and those people sped away. But if you listen to the eyewitnesses, they say there were people in masks and plain clothes, but then there were also people in police uniforms. But what has IG KANJA said? I want us to look at what the lawyer representing IG KANJA did submit in court, lawyer Thande Kuria. He told the court a couple of things regarding the disappearance of the businessman. I call him businessman because it is alleged that there was a transaction ongoing. A certain parcel of land in Juja, he had paid the wife of the seller about 4 million. So there was a small balance remaining. So he had gone there to inspect, the land, the sizes and the like, because he was even with the guys from the lands registry. So KANJA has said something. Let's go through the submissions of the lawyer. And he says, the witnesses stated that Abduction was singled out, forced into the other vehicle, and driven away to an unknown destination. That part only tells you that the police is trying to tell you that they are not aware. I mean, they're not aware about who this person, who actually wanted to arrest the person, who abducted the person, because based on eyewitness, you already heard that part, that they took only him. Now, the courts heard that Abduction was accompanied by 5 people, including the seller, an architect, and 3 associates, to take measurements ahead of constructing a precast perimeter wall. An independent neighbor is also said to have confirmed seeing the group at the property. Kuria also told the courts that statements recorded from those present indicated that their vehicle was intercepted by another vehicle carrying several men, some with concealed faces and others appearing to wear police uniform. Abduction was allegedly separated from the group and driven away. You've heard that part also. There were people in uniform. There were people in plain clothes, but masked. So they concealed their faces. So if they conceal their faces, it means these are people who knew what they were doing, and these are people who are fond of doing this kind of abductions. So they abducted Abduction, but the grounds of his abductions are not yet known. But the lawyer has already given a hint that there could have been a transaction here, or a deal gone so. Is that the case? Now, this is the main reason why you find that KANJA is requesting that this habeas corpus be termed unnecessary here. Let me just take you through the last bit where the lawyer is making a submission also. The threshold for habeas corpus has not been met because there is no evidence that the missing person is being held by the police or any state agency. You see? Now, this is a bit serious. If the police say they don't know where this person is, then where do you go to? I mean, this is like the last the last place you can go to is police. So, because they are the ones who can actually trace someone. They can tell you the whereabouts because they have sophisticated equipment that can help in tracing. In fact, let me be honest, our DCI, these detectives, one of the best in Africa, one of the best in terms of ranking. They are one of the best. If you want to confirm, you can just go online, Google, get the statistics there. They are one of the best, well equipped with sophisticated tracking devices. They can always locate someone. So the big question is, why Abdullaziz Molu has not been traced? There was a car involved. There were CCTVs involved. They could not trace this car where, the areas it passed. I mean, let's be honest. If they want to, they can do it. Maybe they are still doing it. Maybe they will, at the end of the day, be able to, get the full details of this abduction of Abdullaziz. Maybe they will do that. But because I believe that area, Juja, if there was eyewitness must have seen a car. The car had a number plate, Maybe these things were captured. Then I believe also there must have been CCTVs around there which could have captured some faces. Because if these people were in police uniforms, these CCTVs, if they are well scrutinized, magnified the images, then you can always trace a number on that uniform. At least, it can't be that all of them are concealed, even their numbers. You will get something that can actually lead you to a suspect. Then from that one suspect, it can lead you to another suspect, and then you'll eventually get even to those people who are in plain clothes. So it is possible. That's why I maintain that our detectives are one of the best in Africa and well recommended by many in the world. The best. Underscore the word the best. So tracing these people is something they will do. They can do. But KANJA seems to be complaining that this issue of habeas corpus on him to produce a prisoner is unfair. The threshold has not been met because they cannot locate him. If at all, it could locate him at maybe Kariako or Gidurai or places like Kibra, places like Kibera huko, places like Bangala in Mombasa, those kind of areas. If maybe it was possible to trace this person in those areas, then maybe ingekuwa rahisi, but sio rahisi. Kwa sababu gani? Hajapatikana. So KANJA cannot produce someone ambaye exists within their custody. That is a problem, ladies and gentlemen. So what do you think about the response from the police on the issue of Abdullaziz's disappearance? Just tell us below in the comment section. So perhaps if you're watching this video and you've not subscribed, take 1 second and subscribe, like this video. Until you catch up again, stay safe and stay blessed.